Number 1. In 19th century, the concept of the female orgasm was vague at best. Doctors pushed various symptoms associated with sexual arousal and frustration in women under a category of illness called hysteria, since the female orgasm was thought to be non-existent. They figured out that the cure for hysteria was to literally give the suffering women a hand, until they reached the point of paroxysm, and then immediate relief. In modern terms, an orgasm. When the popularity of the treatment grew, women piled up at the doctor's offices, but there were only so many who administered the cure. By the later part of the century, electricity had entered the picture and changed everything. The vibrator came into existence in 1880, thanks to the English physician Dr. Joseph Mortimer Granville, even before the electric iron and vacuum cleaner was invented. The doctors could finally give the sore hands a time-out. The women were very happy, and the rest is history. Number 2. Charles II of England cheered for his nephew on his wedding night and even witnessed the entire consummation. Charles II did not acquire the moniker Merry Charles for no reason. In his heyday, he was rather well known for his crude humor and silly antics. When Prince William of Orange wed Clarendon's daughter Mary in 1677, Charles II acted as a cheerleader for the couple on the wedding night by shouting, "Now, nephew, to your work," while the consummation was happening. Shockingly, this kind of voyeurism was mandatory back then, as it was the only way to determine the legitimacy of the offspring and consequently the succession of the throne. Number 3. Frankenstein author Mary Shelley kept her dead husband's heart and carried it with her for almost 30 years until she died in 1851. It was found in a desk drawer a year later, wrapped in a copy of one of his final poems. Percy Bysshe Shelley drowned on July 8, 1822, after his boat Don Juan was caught in an unfortunate storm. When he was cremated, his heart refused to burn, which physicians reasoned was due to calcification from a bout of tuberculosis. His heart was removed and the rest of the body was burned accordingly. Initially, Leigh Hunt laid claim to his friend's heart, but it was later turned over to his wife Mary Shelley. Mary shrouded the heart in a silk cloth. Percy's heart was found in her desk a year after she died, wrapped in the pages of one of his poems Adonais. Number 4. In medieval times, animals were put on trial and routinely sentenced to death. This bizarre practice dates back to ancient Athens and was commonly seen in 18th century Europe. Animals could be put on trial for alleged misdeeds, but they also had the power to take the human captors to court. Livestock, locusts, rodents, flies and any other animals under the sun were liable for prosecution and even excommunication for damaging human property or lives. Legal tomes were written on the subject, like E.P. Evans' 1906 book, The Criminal Prosecution and Capital Punishment of Animals. These trials were treated like serious affairs, with a plethora of rules for convicting animals. Due to the ethical and legal ramifications of the subsequent times, this practice died out, but it still has radical implications on the legal rights movement for animals that is happening today. Thank you for watching. And please, do not subscribe.